Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? Just got off work. Pretty tired. But I thought I would just come on here and Crimson Desert is coming out tomorrow, and just wanted to give you guys my thoughts. First off and foremost, the game, as far as graphically, from what I can see, the game looks very good. Graphically, it looks like it's gonna be pretty amazing. But there's a caveat to that. I've read to where the rumor is that it's only gonna run well on PS5 Pro and PC. The base PS5 is not. It's not gonna run very well, is what they are saying. Is what the rumor is. So I do have a PS5 Pro, which was kind of a waste of money. If you hear people say it, but you are finding games now that do, in fact, look and run better on the PS5 Pro. Resident Evil Requiem apparently runs very well on PS5 Pro, and now Crimson Desert. Is it Crimson? I think it's Crimson Desert. Yeah. Is going to run very well apparently. Hang on, I hope this car's not trying to turn. Okay. So that's a good thing. Having a PS5 Pro. Man, people are so rude at my work. Like, you can let me out, but they're not going to. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Alright, comes out tomorrow. The next big thing I've heard is the game. Can I go? Golly, people are so freaking rude, dude. Hang on, people. Nobody's letting me out. Golly, it sucks. Forcing my way out there. Alright. Yes. Crimson Desert, the world is apparently going to be massive. It is open world, which I'm not a huge fan of. But apparently the world is going to be like 4 times the size of Skyrim, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Good thing about it is you are not going to have you're not going to run out of things to do, is what the creators are claiming. There's like 5 different sectors of this map. They're all completely different. So it's kind of like you're playing a different game in each sector, which is cool because a lot of open world games, I feel like, get very old, at least for me, get very old around the 15 to 20 hour mark, because it's literally the same thing for the most part. The thing I do worry about with Crimson Desert is if the story is going to be there, because you don't want to get bogged down with side quests that has really nothing to do with the story. It's kind of just like, they call it bloat or filler. Final Fantasy VII, I believe, Rebirth, has this. You'll be so into the story and then it takes you on a side quest for no reason. And not to say I didn't like the game. I liked Final Fantasy VII, but there is a lot of side quests and even parts of the story that you're kind of like, what the hell is this? Like this is just busy work. There's no reason to have this in the game. And I feel like developers nowadays think that just because your game is 80, 100, 120 hours long, that the game is that means it's a good game. Valhalla struggled with this. Valhalla could have easily been a 20 to 40 hour game, ended up being an 80 to 100 hour game just because of filler, because of fluff. And I'm hoping that's not going to be the case for Crimson Desert. I do plan on getting this game. I am going to plan on streaming it. So as far as the next point, I feel like I said, the world's going to be huge. Another thing is, I don't know if the game knows its identity, which is kind of weird to say because I've watched all the trailers and I watched a lot of coverage on it, and I feel like the game might not know its identity. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that, because I feel like a lot of things I've seen is you're doing completely different things. Like, everybody has seen the part where you walk as a mech and you can shoot missiles, and then the next time you're shooting like a bow and arrow. And that's probably part of the game, which I'm hoping it is. But as far as like the story, I'm thinking the story is going to be good, because on the trailers I've watched, it seems like it's a pretty standard kind of basic story, but there's nothing really wrong with that, as long as it's as long as the story keeps me engaged. With the attention span that we have nowadays, it's kind of hard to keep people engaged. And the last thing I'm going to speak on is the part that I'm really worried about as far as my gameplay and my experience, is that it's another game kind of like Dragon Dogma 2, to where it doesn't tell you where to go. You pretty much have to play the story the way you want to, and I have mixed feelings about that, because there is games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I did not enjoy. Not to say it's not a good game or a revolutionary game, because I believe it is, as far as the Nintendo goes. But I just got bored very fast. But this game is a lot different than Zelda. This one has a lot more things that I can relate with. For one, you're an actually normal human in this game. As far as I can tell, you do fly, which is kind of cool. But and then the other thing, the other game is that did it well, I feel like, was Elden Ring. Elden Ring, it has a story, and people claim, oh, it's got a great story. It doesn't have that good of a story. It's pretty bare bones as far as the story goes, at least in my case, and I might just be too stupid to like really understand the story. But my playthrough with it is that it's pretty basic, but you play Elden Ring for the gameplay, and for the difficulty of like trying again to beat this boss and things like that. That's why you play Elden Ring, so you can feel accomplished on beating a boss and things like that. So I'm hoping this game is going to be like that, where the story is very basic, but the gameplay is what's really going to carry the story. I'm going to get it. I might regret it, because I am one of the yellow painted gamers. Like, I need people to tell me kind of where to go, but I want to branch out, and play something that actually makes me think. Hopefully that I'll enjoy, because know, I've harped on things in the past about like I need to know where to go, and like I want to be on rails and things, and I, to an extent, I still do. But those games do, I have to admit, those games do get boring after a while, because you're so locked in and you can't go anywhere else. Like God of War Ragnarok, one of the best games I feel like's ever created as far as God of War goes. I even have to admit, in that game, it got kind of stale because you were on a rail and it pretty much told you where to go. You couldn't really, you know, there wasn't that excitement of like what's around the corner and like the excitement of like exploring, things like that. And this game apparently is going to let you just, gives you the whole map. Here you go. You know, it's not going to be behind like a skill wall or a level wall to where you can go to the next section. Apparently the developers said that they're giving you the whole map as soon as you start the game, and they're just going to tell you to go nuts, you know, and have fun. So that's kind of cool. I really like that the developers did that. So we'll see. It comes out tomorrow. I do have the weekend off, so I will be playing, trying to play it a good bit, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it so far. Hope you guys, if you do get it, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because we need to have good games again. Like this, you know, the AAA market has gotten really, really bad lately, but you've had games like, which I'm not a fan of Resident Evil, but people are loving Requiem, and then this game hopefully can keep this ball rolling as far as games go. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good, or have a good Thursday, and I will catch you guys on my next video. If you don't mind, just like, comment, and subscribe. I hate saying that, but I appreciate it if you do. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. All right? Peace.